Game 2 here at
Always
Cincinnati. Is it always the
always
right
good choice.
Well, if you're gonna choose it, choose the Turkey Hill, because that's where it's at. Those guys out there in Ashburn Alley are doing just that as we get set for game number 2 here at Citizens Bank Park. Phil's just taking the field and getting set for Miami's lineup, and we'll take care of that for you as Miami's lineup is brought to you by Xfinity, the official entertainment provider of the Philadelphia Phillies. D. Gordon will lead off, play second base, followed by Christian Yelich and Martin Prado. Justin Bour will play first base and bat fourth. Marcelo Zuna, JT Realmuto, Ichiro Suzuki batting seventh and playing right field. Miguel Rojas will play shortstop, he'll bat eighth. And Justin Nicolino is the pitcher for the Marlins, he'll bat ninth, and they will face Alec Asher, making his 7th start of the season. He's 0-5 with the ERA of 9.00. Boy, it sure would be nice to see him get his first major league win here in his final start of the season.
Absolutely. He probably didn't think he was going to get another chance after his last outing.
Yep.
But as you take a look at his scouting report, he's a 4-pitch pitcher, average velocity 91.6. He's averaging 16.9 pitches per inning. And you can see on 9 at 24 at Miami, 7 innings and 1 earned run.
You mentioned probably wasn't sure that he was going to get another chance to start this year, but he was knocked out very early a couple days ago in the game against who was that against? The Atlanta Braves? The Mets. That's the New York Mets. How soon we forget. So he is going to get another chance tonight, and that brings us to our Nissan keys to the game. And you say? My first key is, Asher, have a short memory. Forget about your last outing. It's gone. Go out and battle tonight. Versus Nicolina, be ready for a pitch to hit. All right, he's got 20 walks, 20 Ks on the year, and he has nothing overpowering. He tries to pitch to contact, so be ready for a pitch to hit, especially in the second game. All right, they are your Nissan keys to the game, and we're all set for game number 2 here at Citizens Bank Park. As we mentioned, game 1 went to the Miami Marlins. There are your current conditions. It's chilly, 53 degrees, but it's really the wind that is causing the most problems. 18 miles per hour, gusts up to 27 miles per hour. It's a chilly wind for sure as the wind continues to blow from right to left here across the ballpark. But we heard from Leslie Goodell earlier in game 1 saying that the wind is really kind of swirling down there, and we saw some evidence of that. Some of the balls that were hit. Well, D. Gordon leads it off against Alec Asher. It's 1-0 to him. He had a couple hits in game number 1, and he swings and fouls that one past the first base bag. It's 1-1 to D. Gordon. Gordon batting .329, 2 points off the lead in the National League in terms of batting. Behind Bryce Harper, grounds that one and into the hole between the first baseman and second baseman for the Phils, and he is a leadoff base runner here to start game 2.
It's amazing. It doesn't matter how hard you hit the ball. It's all about placement.
Sure is.
You know, I thought they did a pretty good job the first game getting him to elevate the ball and hit the ball in the air. Well, this one here, he gets a placement ball, roll over, just out of the reach of Darren.
And between Darren Ruff and Andres Blanco getting to start at second base. So that'll bring up Christian Yelich, who through 5 at-bats so far this evening has yet to be retired, make it 6. He was 5 for 5 in game 1. He's now 1 for 1 in game number 2. And quickly, the Marlins have their first 2 guys on, first and second, with back-to-back singles for Gordon and Yelich.
Well, you want to talk about a way of starting a doubleheader? Go 5 for 5 your first one. Just hope when you play for the second one, then all of a sudden you get a knock your first at bat. But remember what my key was? Nissan keys of the game?
Yeah,
short memory.
Alec Asher has to have a short memory. And it's going to be hard because he really got knocked around in that game against the Mets and didn't make it through the first inning. They pulled him out, which is why he's able to make today's start. So we'll see what he can do if he can settle down here. Martin Prado. Up and in to Prado. It's 1-0. Prado, of course, had the big hit in the 9th inning of game 1. It was a triple. Ended up tying up the game and then taking the lead in that top of the 9th inning. 1-0 pitch is over for a strike. It's 1-1. So runners on first and second. Nobody out. Top of the first. One's in the dirt. It's 2-1 to Prado.
By the way, that knock for Gordon was, what, 201 on the year?
Mm-hmm.
Now puts him tied with Bryce Harper for the league leading hitting. Both at 331.
How about that? We talked about him leading now with the National League in steals. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 2-2. And if he were to end with the batting title and with the lead in steals, he'll be the first player to do that in the National League since Jackie Robinson did it for the Brooklyn Dodgers. That is kind of cool.
Pretty good company.
It's 2-2 now to Prado. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Low and outside for a ball. It's 3-2. From the stretch, the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, popped into foul territory. Darren Ruff over towards the Phillies dugout, and that one goes into the camera well and up into the stands. So new life for Martin Prado. The count remains 3-2.
Now that's where I'm hoping everyone was watching that little pop-up go over by the dugout.
Yeah.
How the wind brought that back towards home plate some. Cannot give up on fly balls.
Right. It's the opposite of what the flags appear to be doing. So 3-2 pitch, swung on. That one's popped straight up in the infield. Chase Darno at shortstop calls it off everybody and makes the catch. Infield fly roll was called, so he fought the wind and made the catch, but didn't much matter. Hold on to that. Your scorebook almost went right out of the window. So that's the first out of the inning.
That would have had to go home.
Well, not so fast. And that'll bring up Justin Bour as the fans return to their seats after game one. They probably ran up, got something to eat.
Bulls barbecue.
Bulls barbecue, or perhaps folks just arriving for game number 2. Welcome. One out. Runners on first and second. Justin Bour, who had a couple of at-bats in the game number 1. Nothing to show for it. Steps in now as the starter at first base and takes that first pitch over for a strike. 261, 23 home runs, 71 RBIs for Justin Bour. The 0-1 pitch just outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Asher gets his sign. And steps off. Chases D. Gordon back to second. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Nice changeup. Alec Asher. So it's 1-2 now to Justin Bour. First 2 runners reached on singles. He got Prado to pop out to the shortstop. Now he's working on Justin Bour. 1-2 pitch. Just inside. It's ball. 2-2.
Yeah, we've seen now he throw a pitch on top of a 95 this year. Lives right around 91, 92 miles an hour. I like that he has that extra oomph in the tank to make a quality pitch.
And that one's fouled back. It remains 2-2.
I'd just like to see him, if he's going to rear back and have that pitch, that he can throw it for a strike. Seems like when he leans back and throws 93, 94, he's either pulling a little too much, missing into left-handers. or messing up and away to right-handers.
Well, he's in a big spot right here with the count 2-2 with 1 out, 2 runners on in the top of the first. 2-2 pitch, swung on, line drive center field. Going back on it is Altair. Going back and over his head, and one hops the wall. D. Gordon's